What's up, guys? 2018 Topps High Tech eBay half case break number 20. Final break of the weekend. I don't think it's live, Jacob. I think it was last night, but yeah. My goodness. That's a life-changing card. Life-changing, that is for sure. All right. Sandy Alcantara. Justin Upton. Chipper Jones. Clint Frazier. Dominic Smith. Oh, goodness. Ted Williams. So what you been up to, Jacob? You didn't get any spots last night, I assume. Marcell Ozuna, I didn't even see your name. Gotta open the wallet up a little bit. Zach Cozart. Aaron Alter. Reggie Jackson. Jack Flaherty. Jose Canseco. Sandy Koufax. Parker Bridwell. Gleyber Torres. Marcell Ozuna. Miguel Andujar. Bryce Harper. Ronald Acuna. Greg Allen. Pedro. Touche. Rafael Devers. Touche. Paul DeJong. Carlos Correa. J.D. Davis. Number to 150. So what do you collect, Jacob? What are you into? Jim Thome to 25. Dustin Fowler. Will Clark to 99. That's the way to do it. If you keep it a secret, she won't be mad at you. Noah Syndergaard to 25. Nicky Delmonico to 50. To 99, J.P. Crawford. Marcell Ozuna. Francisco Mejia. Raisel Iglesias. Greg Allen. Noah Syndergaard. Derek Jeter. Chris Bryant. Jose Ramirez. Mark McGwire. Bowman Chrome. What's a case of Bowman Chrome run? Got distracted. Thomas Nido. Nolan Ryan. Tyler Mayo. Well, Jacob, I mean, see, the problem is that Wade Boggs, everybody wants to get something for as cheap as they possibly can. Corey Seager. And really the only way that you can get something for cheap and sell it for more than what you paid for it is Derek Jeter 1, unless you take pretty big risks, or Jacob deGrom, you win stuff in breaks. Parker Bridwell, which are both, I mean, both are pretty solid, but Mark McGwire. David Ortiz. What's up, Mavic? Revoke. Alex Verdugo. Jim Thome. Paul DeJong. Matt Olson. Anthony Santander. Randy Johnson. Bernie Williams. It's a good way to do it, I suppose. Thomas Nido. Randy Johnson. Nomar. Sandy Alcantara. It's worth a shot, but Greg Allen. It's not very smart, but Yachty, worth a shot. Francisco Mejia. Dwight Gooden to 150. Dustin Fowler to 99. Matt Olson. That's true. This is true. It's a fair point. Dustin Fowler to 99. Basically, what you're looking for is like one box breaks for super cheap. Manny Machado to 50. Like, oh, I don't know. Let's say your Bowman Chrome's probably like what, 120 to 99. Edgar Martinez, 125. Let's say 125 to 125. You could get like a $10 random. Hank Aaron to 10. $10 random. Make them super cheap breaks for you guys. That's what you need. Carson Kelly. A-Rod. Tyler Mayo. Wade Boggs. Andrew Stevenson. Ted Williams. True. Ronald Acuna. Cal Ripken. Tom Glavine. Noah Syndergaard. Matt Olson. Pedro. Gary Sanchez. Alex Verdugo. Jim Thome. But Jacob, I mean, then you run into where like you could do like a Prism football. Sean Doodle, there's like what, over 100 cards in it. $10 a spot. Cal Ripken. Wouldn't be terrible. Hank Aaron. Greg Allen. Jeff Bagwell. Miguel Andujar. Jacob deGrom. A-Rod. Jordan Montgomery. Scott Kingery. Whit Merrifield. Kyle Schwarber. Jordan Ludlow. I feel you. Otani. Paul DeYoung. Edgar Martinez. Randy Johnson. Miguel Andujar. Marcell Ozuna to 150. Bernie Williams to 50. Dwight Gooden. Yankees light up the top loader portion of Topps High Tech. That is for sure. I would say between the Yankees and probably the Angels, I bet that's probably half the cards in this. Mookie Betts to 99. Andrew Stevenson to 50. Jacob, I mean, honestly, you're probably better off to try and find cheap lots and try and sell them little by little and make a little bit of a profit. To 99, Gleyber Torres. Like, I don't know, I'm sure you could get, like, let's say for the Red Sox, Michael Chavis. Jim Edmonds to 10. Can get his cards relatively cheap. Hang on to him for a little bit. And then you could probably sell them for a couple bucks profit. Tyler Mahle. Wade Boggs. It is, but I mean, Andrew Stevenson. That's a good risk. $9 is not bad. Ted Williams. Ronald Acuna. Cal Ripken. Tom Glavine. Clint Frazier. Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, Jacob, what's the best you've gotten out of those $9 filler spots, though? Raisel Iglesias. Dustin Fowler. Sandy Koufax. George Springer. Keon Broxton. Austin Hayes. J.P. Crawford. David Ortiz. Did you win anything, though? Clayton Kershaw. Ohtani. Exactly. So, I mean, sure, it's great. But he's playing the odds, basically. Johnny Bench. Will Clark. Ahmed Rosario. Derek Jeter. Didi Gregorius. Sandy Alcantara. Byron Buxton. Anthony Rizzo. Trey Turner. Wade Boggs. Elusive as can be. Andrew Stevenson. Roger Clemens. Sean Doolittle. Thiago Vieira. Ted Williams to 150. Paul DeJong to 99. See, Jacob, that's why I'm not a fan of buying newer cards because Whit Merrifield, the price literally like from day to day rises and falls like a stock. Like, sure, you could get lucky and I don't know, you can get cards super cheap for somebody and hope that they do well. Keon Broxton to 50, but then again, if you spend $500 and they become a dud and the cards are only worth $100, Jose Ramirez to 25, then you're out $400. But that's just my opinion. Will Clark to 99. Personally, that's why I like older cards. Like I just bought a 55 Mantle. Sick. Jordan Montgomery. Sandy Alcantara. Will Clark. Exactly. I mean, it's for me, it's just not worth it. Scott Kingery. And to be honest with you, Jacob, I mean, that's probably where a lot of your money goes is you're planning on Brian Dozier. You got a lot of prospects, great. But, I mean, Sean Doolittle, you're taking a shitload of risk hoping that it pans out. Edgar Martinez. Keon Broxton. Justin Smoke. Anthony Rizzo. The way I look at it is older cards will always be worth a higher value no matter what. Like especially older Hall of Fame cards will always be extremely, extremely valuable. Nick Williams, and eventually, I mean, the longer you have it, the more value it adds. Jose Ramirez, because you're getting further and further away from that time period. Less likely to find one. Max Scherzer. Justin Smoke. Bryce Harper. J.D. Davis. Ronald Acuna. Nomar. Sandy Koufax. Parker Bridwell. Charlie Blackmon. Yeah, Francisco Mejia. I wish my family would have collected baseball cards. I mean, you never know what you're going to find in them. Noah Syndergaard. But who knows. Whit Merrifield. Dustin Fowler. Aaron Alter. Manny Machado. What kind of cards does he have? Old cards. What do you mean old cards? Sean Doolittle. Jack Flaherty. David Ortiz. Sandy Koufax. Carlos Correa. Alex Verdugo. Gotcha. So, I mean, Clint Frazier, you could definitely, depending on condition, Alex Verdugo to 150. You could definitely take, all the Hall of Famers from those years, get them all graded, or you can leave them raw and try and sell them. You're better off to do that, because then you've got a ton of value there. Darryl Strawberry to 50. Francisco Mejia. Like, you can look at just from the, like, say the 1980. If you've got Hall of Famers, Eddie Murray, Goose Gossage, Tony Perez, Johnny Bench, Gary Carter, Carlton Fisk, Bruce Sutter, Steve Carlton, Dave Winfield, Andre Dawson, Robin Yount, Mike Schmidt, Dwight Evans, Barry Bonds, Ricky Henderson, that's his rookie year if you get the 1980 set. I mean, Nolan Ryan. If they grade well, I mean, they're worth a lot of money. But Didi Gregorius to 99. I would say that's you're better off to do that, in my personal opinion. But Chris Bryant to 25. Yeah, I mean, you get the Ricky Henderson rookie if I mean, it's a long stretch, but if it grades at a 10, you're looking at probably 20, you're looking at a good chunk of money. To 50, J.D. Davis. I would say that's honestly easier to do, in my opinion, than most other things. Cal Ripken to 50. Pedro. Dustin Fowler. Freddie Freeman. Mookie Betts. Dominic Smith. Giancarlo. Pretty much, Jacob. I mean, if you can do that, Charlie Blackmon, and it wouldn't even have to be for cheap. Like, I mean, if you were to get it, Andy Pettitte, you can get it decently priced, but cards pre Sandy Koufax, pre like 1990 era, you could definitely get some, fairly priced, but if they look like they're in good condition, you're definitely looking at some good value if you sell them individually or as a whole. Carson Kelly. Miguel Andujar. Kyle Schwarber. Mike Trout. Brandon Woodruff. Or, I mean, check Facebook, check Craigslist. A-Rod. Jim Edmonds. Bernie Williams. Yachty. Chance Sisco. Tommy Pham. Jose Ramirez. Victor Robles. Roger Clemens. Clint Frazier. Max Scherzer. Maybe you should open a card shop. That could be the way to do it, man. Mookie Betts. Anthony Banda. Card shows. Gotcha. Byron Buxton. What's up, Cape Cod Keith? Corey Seager. Dustin Fowler. Derek Jeter. Jim Edmonds. Andrew Stevenson. Don Mattingly to 150. Thiago Vieira to 99. Brian Dozier. Dwight Gooden to 50. Francisco Mejia. Freddie Freeman to 99. Whit Merrifield. Almost done for the day. Winding down a little bit. Ozzie Albies. Bernie Williams. Anthony Banda. Andrew Benintendi. Hank Aaron. Byron Buxton. Aaron Alter. J.D. Davis. Nolan Arenado. That was the break. We'll do a quick recap. And then I'm going to start sorting. Freddie Freeman, Mejia, Gooden, Dozier, Vieira, Mattingly, Ripken, Davis, Bryant, Gregorius, Mejia, Strawberry, Verdugo, Clark, Braxton, Ramirez, Merrifield, DeYoung, Williams, Otani, Edmonds, Torres, Stevenson, Betts, Gooden, Williams, Ozuna, Otani, Aaron, Martinez, Machado, Fowler, Olson, Fowler, Gooden, Crawford, Delmonico, Syndergaard, Clark, Fowler, Tomey, and J.D. Davis. That was the break, guys. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.